Team Scritch, welcome back to the Scritch is Gone Wild channel. It is July 21st and it is about 8:30 in the morning. We are hitting back up the trail, and what I'm reading about is a crazy heat wave all across the country and other countries as well. But we're going to keep heating it up. We're going to stay hydrated. I just want to show you a quick video. We are at Pine Grove Furnace State Park in Pennsylvania. A couple special things about this place. They have a really neat place you can stay. It's called the Mansion up there. $25 for a bunk and $60 for the private room. They only have one, but that used to be a mansion up behind the pine trees there, and has a lot of history with it as well. So highly recommend, if you get by here, you stop and you take a look at that. You can go in and look around and read all the history, but it's really a cool place. The next thing I want to show you is actually where I'm standing is the Pine Grove Furnace General Store. And so for anybody that watches and pays attention to through hikers, when you get here, they have what's called the half-gallon challenge. Golden Goddess and I decided we're not partaking in that. We weren't going to do it anyways, but we got in last night about 6:30. Sorry, about 5:30. The grill closes at 6, so we got over here and we had a great hamburger and fresh cut fries, which was awesome. But after eating all that, there's no way I could even try to do the half-gallon challenge. And you're saying, what's the half-gallon challenge? Well, people go in there, they buy half a gallon of ice cream, and then they proceed to eat the whole thing. Crazy. Everybody I know that has done that, they've all finished it, and you get a little wooden spoon about that big, you know, ice cream type spoon that says half-gallon challenge on it. Here's the thing. Everybody also told me that has done it, that they felt miserable and wanted to throw up, and a lot of people do throw up. I don't know, that just doesn't make sense to me, so we're not doing it. Plus, I couldn't have done it last night after I had real food, and I needed real food in me more than I needed ice cream. So from the general store, we're walking up towards the park entrance, right on the trail, and I'll show you this. So the trail comes right down the road that I'm crossing right now. So you just follow the road down. You can see the blazes here right in front of me. We have a blaze on top of a blaze, which means we're going to have a turn. And here's just some more information. This is just really cool. Another Appalachian Trail sign. The numbers are not correct because they have not been updated to Maine and to Georgia. Because if I haven't explained this, the trail changes every year. And you're saying, well, why does it change? Well, things happen. It's a dynamic trail. You have weather, you have erosion, you have any number of things that could happen. You can have land that goes through private land and it changes ownership, and people are like, I don't want hikers on my land. So then we have to change the trail. So the trail changes from year to year. It's usually not the same distance every year. It's usually pretty close. But so that's what happens. So here we go. We're about to make a right-hand turn right here. But before we do that, just show you the sign here. So there's lots of signs that will tell you where the next shelter is. 1090 to Mount Katahdin. That's pretty close, but not extremely accurate. That sign hadn't been updated. But here's the other thing I wanted to show you. This building right in front of us, this is the Appalachian Trail Museum. It's not open right now. I'm guessing it opens about 9 o'clock, and we got to get on the trail. So I wanted to go in and show you the museum itself. It is pretty neat. It talks about the people who first hiked the trail and why they did it and what it looked like. It talks about the trail, the evolution of the trail, how it started, where it started. One of the people it does talk about is Grandma Gatewood, who is considered to be a pioneer for ultralight backpacking, because at the grand age of 67, she took a homemade knapsack, a shower curtain, very little food, got most of her food off of the trail itself, would stop in towns when she needed to, and she hiked the whole thing at the age of 67 with barely anything in her knapsack. She's got a really crazy, great, interesting story, which I will tell you about later. Once again, that's the museum behind me. So if you get to Pine Grove Furnace State Park, I highly recommend you check out the mansion. You get a burger and some ice cream at the general store, and you check out the AT museum. It's just really cool. It's not a big museum. It's not going to take you long. But yeah, and we'll talk about more about Grandma Gatewood later, because I want to tell you her story, because it's extremely and completely inspiring. So we are about to hit the trail on another crazy hot day. I've got Golden Goddess down here playing on her phone, waiting on me. And the other thing you can check out while you're here, well, and since we're right here, I think it's right here, we'll take a quick look. So, furnace, why is it called a furnace? It is because there used to be a big smelting factory here. And here we go, let's take a look at this. So that is the big furnace, and that's why it's called Pine Grove Furnace State Park. Which is pretty cool. These were all around the country. As a matter of fact, we have one by our place down in North Carolina. And during the Civil War, they used to use this to melt iron in order to make the products they needed for the war. You can see on there the little picture kind of shows you how the furnace worked, how they did it. This whole upper side, there was a bridge that went to the furnace itself, and that upper side was where they made everything and constructed it, and you can kind of see that on that picture right there. So that's what we got going on today. That's what we got here at Pine Grove Furnace State Park. Just really neat piece of American history and a great place to stop by and see. So I hope some of you get to take advantage of that at some point. And we are getting on the trail. We're meeting up with some friends for lunch, and then we'll be back at it. So say your prayers, stay positive, do something good for somebody. Have a glass of wine for me tonight. And until next time, Sky King out.